Ayan, dito tayo ma'am para interview. Kamusta po kayo? Organizer, so diretso lang. Go, Queen number 1.
Poverty and hunger. That is timely and relevant right now in our country. Because I think we are facing right now crisis because of our government. So next election, we should vote for the right leader and tama? Yes, we should elect the right leader for our country to lead our country and don't sell our votes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Queen number 1. Queen of...
Good evening, people of Caloocan. The hashtag that I chose is hashtag light versus dark. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Standing in front of you is someone from the province who traveled 15 hours just to be here. And I am here standing in front of you, and the people are asking me to differentiate what is light from what is dark. And if I will pick something from the two, I would rather choose darkness. Why? Because I am a big believer that living in a heteronormative world where we were made to believe that someone like me is a liability in the society, we are being neglected, judged, persecuted, or even hated because of our gender sexuality. We are denied of a lot of opportunities, therefore I should say, we are experiencing the darkness of the darkest. Alam ko ho, sasabihin nila, mga bakla, para sa parlor lamang yan. Sasabihin nila, bakla, walang patutunguhan lamang yan. At kukutsahin nila kami sa pang-araw-araw. Ngunit, yung kadiliman na aming hinaharap sa pangkabuhayan ay gagamitin namin upang maging lakas at harapin ang aming kinabukasan. Dahil ang baklang minsan nyo nang pinagtawanan sa umagahan, minsan nyo ring nilait sa hapunan. Papatunayan namin na kahit anuman ang inyong ibato sa amin, kaya namin ipagtanggol ang aming sarili. Therefore, standing in front of you is not just a trans woman. I turned pain, the darkness, into power. And I use that as a strength for me to face the obstacles in our daily life. And now, I'm already a licensed professional teacher. And let me use this platform to inspire a message to each and every one of us, that every one of us will surely face the darkness in our life. But don't settle for it. Don't just think that we'll just be stuck in the darkness, but rather, let us use that darkness to be the stepping stone for us to make ourselves better in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so
I am very lucky to pick hashtag image of Black Nazarene. Why is it destined for me to pick? I recently won the Queen of Quiapo Universe 2026. And this is part of the celebrations of what you called Panata to the Black Nazarene of Quiapo. I believe that it is important for us to always have something we can hold on. We should always have something that we can look forward. And that for me is our Black Nazarene. I always hold on the faith within the Black Nazarene. I always believe in the Panata of Black Nazarene. Just to tell a story to everyone, I've been a devotee of the Quiapo Church. I've been joining Queen of Quiapo Universe as part of my Panata in the Feast of Black Nazarene. At first, I was failed. I failed to clinch the title. I failed to get that crown. But with my perseverance, with my dedication and devotion to what I believe in, I never stopped holding. I never stopped believing in Black Nazarene. And just this year, I was able to win out of 75 candidates. And that for me is what faith means. It is important that we should always believe into something. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, whether it is the image of Black Nazarene or image of any other churches in the world, it is important that we should always have that connection. We should always have the relation with God. Because with God, our dreams will always be possible. And when we believe with God, we are one step closer in achieving the most beautiful things that we can have in our life. And so, as part of my devotion with the Black Nazarene, as part of my duty as your Queen of Quiapo Universe, I am here tonight to inspire you and make you believe that your dreams are possible when you believe. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Queen number 3. And your mic.
The hashtag that I pick is child exploitation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is imperative that child exploitation is one of the hot water topics here in our country that we should address because it does concern our children whom we called the future of our country. I think we should abolish and we should address this child exploitation by telling each and every parents that we should foster the love and care that we should start in every home. Because I believe what Francis Bacon once said, home is where the heart is. We should foster the love and care towards our children, especially in our houses, because this is the foundation of each and every child. And so, if love, care, peace, and harmony will be uplifted in our home, child exploitation will be eradicated. But aside from uplifting the love within the four corners of our home, I am calling out our government, especially the National Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Social Welfare and Development, that we should address this child exploitation issue in our country. Dahil pababa po ang bilang o edad ng mga batang napapahamak at mga batang napapasama po sa krimen na dapat hindi po sila mapasama. Lagi po nating tatandaan na ang kabataan ay ang ating pag-asa ng bayan. Therefore, hanggang ngayon sa present pa lamang po, i-foster na natin ang good manners and right conduct, proper decorum in order for us to achieve a better future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Queen.
Sa simula, parang di mo kaya.
Yes,
No time limit.
no.
I picked hashtag anxiety and depression. And I would like to relate this to mental health issue. And ladies and gentlemen, Panel Board of Judges, I believe that mental health is considered to be the greatest battle of all time. Yet, it remains least spoken about because people are suffering in silence because they are afraid to be judged and to be misunderstood by people around them. But let us not forget that mental health is not a sign of weakness. It's a part of humanity. And just like how we care for our bodies, we must also care for our hearts and our mind. And of course, to combat challenges like anxiety and depression, first thing that we need to do is to break the stigma. We need to create a culture where asking for help is not seen as shameful, but as an act of courage. We must also tell those people who are experiencing anxiety and depression that it is okay to pause, it is okay to heal, and it is okay not to be okay. Because at the end of the day, real strength lies not in hiding our pain, but in choosing to rise above it. Magandang gabi.
Thank you so much, Queen. Here's your mic.
Hashtag Sangguniang Kabataan Abolishment. Last year, there is actually a discussion about removing the SK leaders here in the Philippines. I believe that as a youth, we should not abolish the Sangguniang Kabataan leaders simply because way back before in this era, we will understand that these leaders has been researched na pag-aralan ho ng ating batas sa Pilipinas that they can able to provide in this community. Maybe some may think that it is not important. However, as a youth myself, I think that the SK leaders are the front line that can actually be the voice for the youth. I believe that as a youth, SK leaders should be remain in this country simply because they are actually the one who actually provide many good things for our youth. Maybe iniisip natin na ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Lagi nating tatandaan na ang sangguniang kabataan ay isa ring pag-asa ng bayan na sa mga susunod na henerasyon na mamumuno sa ating bansa. Lagi nating tatandaan Article 2, Section 11 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution states that the state values the dignity of every human person and guarantees full respect for human rights. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Queen number 6. Your mic.
The hashtag that was giving to me is that hashtag mental health matters. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, here in our modern era, our mental health is one of the very important in our body because it is affect our physical health. For us to be able to resolve or to care about mental health by simple loving and accept ourselves. Why? Because in our DepEd, 3.7 million Filipinos are suffering in mental health. Ang tunay na solusyon ay ang simpleng pag-aruga at pagtanggap natin at pagmamahal natin sa ating mga sarili. Because if we will know how to love ourselves, we will not experience depression and anxiety, and especially mental health disorder. So each and every one of us, sa lahat ng taong nakakaranas ng iba't ibang depresyon at anxiety, bilang isang pamilya, bilang isang kapatid, or bilang isang kakilala, tayo ang unang tatanggap at unang iintindi sa kanila because our mental health is really matters. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Queen number 7. Queen, ha?
Thank you so much. The hashtag that I picked is death penalty for child rapists. You know, ladies and gentlemen, in our country, there are regions who are still normalizing the taboos of pedophilia. There are regions, there are beliefs that are actually opposed to what we called dignifying people. And I believe that death penalty for child rapists should be pushed and should be pursued because these innocent lives of these people, which are the children, should be treasured and should be valued, not because they are the hope of our country, but because we should always remember that we have in every household that we belong, we have a niece, we have nephews, and what's most important, we all experience to be child, and we don't want anyone or any of the people to take away the chance of that child or any childhood in advantage. It is because rape should not be normalized. Pedophilia should not be normalized, or any forms of violence towards humans should not be normalized. It is because life is the most valuable thing that God has given to us. Good evening and thank you so much.
Gotta walk until hey, on your spot, show them malalim, di masakabay.
Pick your hashtag and this is your microphone. Thank you.
The hashtag that I pick is hashtag poor medical and health access. It is undeniable that one of the greatest challenges we face as a Filipino is a lack of access when it comes to healthcare. And let me relate this hashtag to the number one phenomena that we experience right now, just like the public hospital. As we all know, ladies and gentlemen, that there are so many patients are overcrowding in our public hospitals because our government should not prioritize to put their budget to have more accessible when it comes to medicine, to when it comes to labor of every doctors and every nurse, and most especially when it comes of rooms. Maraming mga tao, maraming may mga sakit at maraming mga pasyente ang nagsisiksikan sa bawat publikong ospital na kung sila ay pinahihirapan at sila'y nagdurusa. Dahil lagi nating pakatandaan na tayong mga Pilipino, deserve natin ng mas magandang hospital at mas magandang access pagdating sa medical and healthcare access. That's why we put our leaders in our government, not because they need to become a true leader in our society, but we put them to make or to create a sustainable solution, just like the lack of access when it comes to healthcare. Because according to the 1987 Philippines Constitution, Article 11, Section 1, that those in a public office must lead with integrity, loyalty, and responsibility to the people, because they are expected to act justly, love their country, and most especially to live with humility. And before I end my statement, let me say one sentence: that health is wealth. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Our last but not the least, Queen number 9.